Oh, sacred souls, it's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is clearing some energies that are congesting us, that are right in our face. So what I simply have here today is a nose spray, and it says defense. I don't think this is fully medicated. It's relatively natural. But the main thing is that 2 days ago, wait, it might be 3 days ago at this point. But 2 days ago, I had a dream that I had absorbed too much negative energy. And it goes back to 3 days ago when I had referred to a transgendered person in the circle that I was in, socializing that evening, that I should have referred to as they. And it wasn't a big deal, but like I was corrected by another friend. And then the next time, which was like the following week, I apologized to that person. And they said, "Oh, it's okay. We're all just learning." And I remember in the moment thinking, well, I'm learning. You're the one who is in, the, how should I put this? In the pioneering stage of like bringing in the new stuff, right? They are the ones paving the way for new ways of looking at people and so on, right? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. But I didn't say it, I didn't verbalize it because I felt a little bit embarrassed that I hadn't clued in to them not wanting to use the female pronoun, but wanting to use the gender neutral one, based on a conversation that we had had before, but it wasn't about them. It was more in general. So I hadn't really put two and two together, right? So anyway, to make a long story short, I had noticed before that whenever I included myself in someone else's situation, so for example, oh yeah, me too, I feel the same, or we're in the same boat, then it's like an energetic portal would open and I would take on that person's energies, right? And that would like bring in the lack energies, the fear, and whatever that particular person was dealing with. Well, the same thing happened, and that's because I gladly took the excuse that they offered me up on a silver platter pretty much by saying we're all just learning. So what I should have said is what I was thinking, that, well, I'm learning, you're not, you're one of the trailblazers, right? Like you're paving the way to that new way of life, but I'm the one who's just learning. So by not separating myself from them in this situation, that opened up a portal and I took on their energies. And that unfortunately was a lot of fear energies. And this is not the kind of openly noticeable fears, because a lot of people carry fears around with them that are not necessarily noticeable, but it's sort of insecurities that might just come out in certain situations, or it might be a fear of abandonment and staying in a relationship that might be toxic, those kind of things, right? So this is actually an important learning lesson for all of us empaths who need to learn in which situation we need to clearly separate ourselves from the other person and not take on their stuff, right? So by verbally separating ourselves, we don't allow an open energy portal, right? So, but since unfortunately I went into that or fell into the trap. I don't want to quite say trap, but like, since it was a learning lesson for me to realize that it's also when they kind of try to help us out, in a sense, by offering an excuse and us gladly taking that, that is still part of the more underlying trauma of narcissistic abuse, where we had to tiptoe around someone else's emotions, or like walk on eggshells around someone's emotions, who was unpredictable emotionally speaking. So we may have offered up excuses in certain situations, trying to make them feel better when they did something wrong, right? So even if we're in the opposite, or on the opposite side of that situation, even if we did something wrong and we accept the excuse that is offered up to us, then that's still kind of that dynamic, even though we may not have had any ill intentions and we may have wanted to own up to the situation, for example, like in my case, by apologizing, but still gladly accepting the apology that is offered up to us. So, yeah. So basically, with tonight's ceremony, I want to clear all those energies and portal closing. That is something. Okay, I'm going to have to quickly get something to close the portal, because I actually didn't think that far ahead. I thought I would be more clearing the energies of congestion, which is what's in our face. So give me a quick moment. Let me see if I can get one of those rolls. One moment, please. Okay, I actually just did my recycling, so I don't have any empty rolls of toilet paper. Let me see if I can quickly pull one out. What I'm going to try to do is actually just pull it out of one of those. It won't look as pretty, but that's okay. That's not a problem. Should be fine. Bear with me, please. And we're going to smudge in a moment. I think I almost got it. Hold on. I don't give up that easily. I'm sure I can get this. Okay, I did it from the other side. Now let's just do this side. And almost. Oh, come on. Ha! I knew it. Okay, here we go. Sorry, that looks completely mangled up, but that's okay. So we're going to have this as well. And let's smudge and get this ceremony going. So basically, the trick for all those of us who take on other people's energies is that we need to also verbally separate ourselves excuse me, from the other person whenever there's anything regarding shame, blame, guilt, anything of that sort, right? And it doesn't matter on which side, it's still the same kind of energies, right? So let's smudge. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies. Take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, and transmute it into pure divine love light energies. And help us reconnect with our own inner divinity as well as that all around us, and be in oneness through that. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. And earlier today, I was also thinking I want to revise a little bit the beginning when I call in the spirit guides, because I have struggled with what to call that divine power, because I don't exactly want to say God, because to me, when I hear the word God, I think of this bearded man that is often portrayed in images. And I feel it's an energy force that cannot be visualized like this. So I don't want to use a word that is so overused or has been so overused by religion. But I'm going to try to start saying divine power. Maybe divine power of the universe. So I'm going to see what feels good when I call in all of our spirit team. I may sometimes slide back and forth. We'll see how that goes, but you'll all know what I mean. Usually the first 4 terms I use is all for that higher power, right? Someone once corrected me saying that the higher power could also refer to something dark, which is actually where I think she was at. And she was prompting me to say source. So part of me does not really want to keep using that term for that reason. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So bear with me, please. Okay. Thank you. So, dear divine power of the universe. Okay. So that feels right. Thank you. And our higher selves, our spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, powers of all 4 directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all 4 elements, air, earth, fire, and water, and all other benevolent powers, forces, spirits, and beings of the universe that are of the light. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. So first and foremost, first up, I want to give thanks for the strong guidance that I received today, as well as thank you, our entire spirit team, the divine, for all the blessings, big and small, in our lives, for the food on our table, in our stomachs, and in the kitchen, a roof over our heads, a way of survival. So may that be a job or some other form of income, or living on land that provides for us in whichever form that may be, for all the wonderful people that we have in our lives, for all the wonderful and beautiful things that spark our interests and that help us get more in touch with our soul by following these strong urges that prompt us to learn something new in one area or another. And simply for this life, simply for being alive in these times of change. Thank you. Thank you for the important lesson on how energy exchanges work, so that we know now not to agree to something, no matter how well meant it may have been, no matter how much it was trying to prevent our ego from feeling a little bruised or embarrassed or whatever. Thank you for helping us realize how we have to fully take responsibility in all aspects. And that includes all the verbal aspects that I mentioned earlier. Thank you for guiding us so strongly on our way. Please pull all these dark, heavy, low vibrational energies out of us that we have absorbed, all that negativity, those fear-based emotions, and anything else within us that allowed those energies to attach to us, anything that is still unhealed trauma within us that allowed these energies in the first place. They shall be cast into the light, to be burnt and transmuted into pure divine love light energy, and to be returned to the universe for reintegration. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. And for some reason, I feel like I need to light this. Let our inner flame be reignited. And let any and all dark remnants be burnt away and transmuted to clear any and all, blew out, any and all trauma that we still carried within us. Let everything be purified through the divine light represented by this candle. And let any and all congestion of these energies that were way too much in our face, these energies of inflamed feeling, so not just inflamed thinking, but from inflamed thinking comes inflamed feeling, like feeling that everything is so much worse and bigger and disproportionately huge, that it is completely overwhelming. All of that shall be put to rest. And with this egg, we shall fully step into our new life as part of the Healing and Ascending Collective. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. And let any and all remaining portals be cut away and be removed from us, from our energy field, from any and all remaining karmic trauma and abuse that we may still carry or may have still carried in our energy field, that shall now and forever be finished and removed, neutralized and healed through crystalline activations in our DNA. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Oof. Oh. I just felt for a quick moment this weird pain on the left shoulder, like where the muscle is, like this tension, and then it was gone. So the weight that we carried shall be removed, and we ask our ancestors to help clear all of that and remove that weight that we've been carrying on our shoulders. Let all of that be reversed and removed from us in all aspects and throughout all of time and space, in the entire universe of oneness. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Ooh. Oh, that was a good energy shiver. Oof. Oh. Ooh. We are done. Thank you so much. If anyone would like to stay in these energies a bit longer, please pause the video. For the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And please accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching, for being a part of this ceremony, and for being a part of our healing and ascending collective. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May the truth always be with you. Bye.